Oh, Jesus. Good morning, you guys. I look like a wet bird right now. I just got out the shower, so my hair is super wet still. And all I did was just brush it back. So if it looks funky up top, then you know why. But disregard that. Just want to let you know I am at Target right now, and I am actually going to buy a couple things to put inside my new pantry. I have these bins that I just got and I'm super excited about. So we're going to go into Target, grab a couple items, and maybe make another stop. But I guess we'll just see where I pick up this vlog at. Let's go. Do any of you feel the same way that I do? I hate wearing a full face of makeup and wearing a mask. That's why today I didn't even bother putting on lipstick, just lip liner, because I knew it was gonna get like smudged and stuff. So I cracked my screen, which I never ever do. Oh, let me take this off. I cracked my screen, which I never ever do, and you can kind of see the reflection here, because of course I ended up cracking it right where the freaking camera is. So, I mean, that's a whole first world problem, I guess. But yeah, I just got to the dollar store. Gonna pick up some random items there, and I'll show you guys afterwards. You guys, this is why I love the dollar store for things like this. Only $1. You only get what you need. It's not that bad. They even have balloons. Look at this. Balloons, gift bags, all. So I made a trip to Target and I tried my best to buy only items that I really needed. I am going to be redoing my pantry a little bit just because I got some new containers. So some of the items that I did get will go inside those containers. So I am a sucker for white chocolate and sprinkles. So I'm just going to put that at the forefront right now just so you're fully aware. So one of the first items that I did get was these vanilla funfetti chocolate chips, which is going to be so good. I do plan on baking within the next couple weeks just to get ready for Valentine's Day, for Easter, for like other fun items. And I wanted to make some healthy snack recipes, and they do call for chocolate chips. So I got white chocolate, and I also got regular milk chocolate chips. In addition to that, I had to restock on butter, so I got some butter. And I got some brown sugar because this is going to go inside of one of those containers. And then I literally could not help myself when I first saw this. I'm not sure if anybody else has had this, but I saw that Kellogg's came out with a birthday cake waffle. And it has sprinkles, and I'm so excited because these are my two favorite things, or rather three favorite things. I love vanilla, I love rainbow sprinkles, and I love waffles. So excited to try this out. I typically don't normally eat items like this. I usually like to make like more wholesome breakfast meals, but literally, like I said, I couldn't help myself. So super excited about that. In addition to that, I also made a trip to dollar store, and basically I love going to dollar store to pick up items that I'm going to be putting into gift bags. So, for instance, I have a goddaughter and I love giving her and her sister gift baskets for pretty much every holiday. So, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Easter, things like that. And I think that the dollar store is such a great place to purchase most of those items. If I was making, more gift baskets, more gift bags for people, I'd probably not shop at the dollar store just because the amount of items that you can get there are pretty small. But honestly, if I'm just making it for two people, then it just works out for me. Maybe a week ago, I went into Ross and I found this mini unicorn, light up LED unicorn, and my goddaughter is obsessed with all things unicorn-esque. So I'm gonna throw this little fun item into her gift bag. Within the dollar store, I also picked up some fun stamps to throw into their gift bags. I've also picked up Hershey bars. I got Kinder bars too. These are so good. I had to buy one for myself as well. And I also got some Twix bars. Like I said, like, honestly, I don't like keeping a bunch of junk in my house. So if I'm only gonna buy or make baskets for 2 people, then this is like the perfect amount. And then I'm not left over with a bunch of candy that I'm not gonna eat. Of course, I'm over here talking about how I wanna eat healthy. I don't like junk in the house. But I haven't had these in so freaking long. I don't know if any of you have had this before, but they're basically like cheese curls, but honey flavored, and they're so good. I used to have this like back in grade school, so a little reminiscent there, but I had to have that. I've got 2 gift baskets, one for my goddaughter, one for her sister. I guess I should be saying 3 baskets. So if you guys, this literally says 2 pieces here, right? And the guy, boop, boop, scanned it twice. And I was a little bit confused. He was like, oh, you got 2? And I was like, yeah, because obviously it says 2 pieces here. And he scanned it twice. And then I paused like in my head. And then I asked him, I was like, oh, like, could I have gotten 1? And he was like, yeah, if you want to. And then I was like, okay, well then can I get 1? Because honestly, I don't need like 3. He went to go check to like, I guess, remove it. And then he saw the sticker and then he goes, oh no, like, it's actually 2. And I was like, okay, like, that's fine. And he was like, yeah, so like, you're still getting a great price, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he still scanned me for freaking 2 of them when they really should have just cost me 1. And, you know, obviously I should have maybe said like, hey, you know, can you adjust the pricing then, because you scanned me for both of them when it really should have been scanned once. But you know what? It's only $1. I kept saying to myself, it's only $1, so we'll let him be great. Dollar Tree, you owe me $1. Moving on, I love getting or putting together little gift bags, gift baskets for the girls. And what I try to do is I try not to put too much like junk in there, like candy. So I mean, as you saw, like I probably took like 3 different kinds of candies I'm gonna probably throw in there. But other than that, I like to make them a little bit more artsy, maybe more educational if I could, maybe more healthy snacking. So what I do end up doing is putting like fruit snacks in there, or like fun items like this. So this one's a color your own decor, and they're basically like wooden pieces that you can use these markers to color on them. So I got 2 different kinds of sets. One looks like a little gnome guy, and then the other one's like a teddy bear. So we're gonna put this into their gift baskets, one for each of them. And then I thought that this was so freaking cool, and I've never seen this before at the dollar store. Where's the other one? So it's like, they call it wood shop, and it's basically a wooden piece that you can assemble. So this one is a helicopter, and then this one is a wind chime. So I thought that was really cool for them to like work on together, a little bit more hands-on, like I said, arts and crafts. And it comes with like pieces in here. So like this one has the propeller, the pegs, the struts, the tail, which is really cool. It gives you directions on how to do it. And then this one, like there's literally like paint in there, there's wind chimes, there's strings. So this should be so much fun for them to try and do together. So what I love about the dollar store is that like they still have name brand items, but they're obviously the miniature versions of them. And I'm obsessed with mini objects. So when I saw this, you guys, Chex Mix. Do you see how big this is? It's literally just the size of my face. Like what? But they are Muddy Buddy Chex Mix. And of course, like I said, obviously still trying to eat healthy, but not really. I got myself one too. So we're gonna throw 2 of them into their baskets. So basically what I like to do is I like to think about items that I would have been obsessed with when I was younger. And this would have been one of them. And these are the lip pops. I'm not really sure what the brand is, but it's basically literally, if you can kind of see the girl on there, It's like a lollipop with the lips on them. So, I mean, I'll throw in a couple of those fun things into their basket as well. That's about it. So, I've got to put away all of this mess now. And maybe hopefully the next clip is going to be showing you guys my pantry and the organizational portion of that. I am so freaking excited to finally use these containers. This is a gift that I got from my boyfriend for Christmas. I did not open it up and use it yet because one of the containers was cracked, and it was a whole ordeal. But basically, long story short, they're discontinuing this container, which is the one that cracked, and so we got to credit back. Probably gonna get a new flour container sometime soon. But in the meantime, I have 5 pieces out of the set to be able to use. So what's really cool about this is that there are, I think, 2 different sugar ones, brown sugar, white sugar, or rather powdered sugar. And then there's like these 2 tiny containers, which I plan on putting maybe chocolate chips in there. I saw that some of them were saying that baking soda was good to put inside. What's really cool about this one is that this container has like a terracotta clay circular thingy to throw inside there so that you could keep your brown sugar still moist. But yeah, let's start washing these up just so we could put it together and actually use it. And cue time lapse right now. Oh my gosh, do you guys see that and hear it? That is the terracotta clay that it said I had to soak for 15 minutes. And I just threw it into this dish and it's making that weird sound. I guess the clay is actually absorbing the water. Y'all, I'm so sad right now. As I was washing the other containers, I also saw that this one was cracked. Can you see that? That's a big crack. Come on, container store, get it together. So now, I just took pictures of the damage, and I think we're going to reach out to Container Store again to see if they could compensate or have a replacement for this, which kind of sucks because now I'm only left with 4 containers, and this was the second largest one within that pack. So I guess we're going to work with what we got, right? Wait for this to dry. I'm probably going to let most of it air dry and then just wipe off the rest of the water. We're going to let that soak for 15 minutes, which I forgot the time, but that's okay. But I figured I might as well show you where I keep all of like my pantry-ish items. Everything else is just like dishes, like other appliances and some other random bits, and we'll get into that maybe another video. But this essentially is my pantry. And guys, don't judge me. Oh my God. Okay, this is a hot mess. So flour container is gonna have to stay that way, but I'm hoping that we do get a brand new one sometime soon. I do have those OXO containers, which are great, and they're the ones that are like the push top and press and seal kind of thing. So I plan on condensing, making this a little bit neater, easier to grab. But essentially, this is where I keep all of my baking items, flour, sugar, also rice up there. Most of this is like my smoothie supplement section, and then these are like random ingredients too that I use in recipes. So yeah, why don't we just start figuring this out as we let those dry, and then let's cue the time lapse here. The items up there, I think this we could maybe tackle if not in the same video, another video or some other time because I feel like generally this area has to stay like in the containers that they're currently in. I probably just need to figure out a better organizational pattern for them. But these are the items that I do want to organize and designate like containers to. So here's my thought process. I think I definitely want to keep the brown rice in here. I know that I do have a larger container which could fit this white sugar, but honestly maybe I could keep that in there as well. So what I'm thinking is that I have this gluten-free flour, which I feel like I have like that much left. So honestly, I'm pretty sure that that could fit all in into that container. And then right here in this mason jar, I've just been keeping, I think this is baking soda, and that could potentially go into the next largest bin. Oh no, I'm confused. Hold on. I hate when these look the same almost. I think, okay, now that I'm looking at it, I think this is baking soda, and I'm pretty sure that's confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar. Oh no, this is not good. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is confectioner sugar. This is probably baking soda. And I don't know if all of this is going to fit in that tiny jar, but I think it might be a tight squeeze. I mean, we'll figure it out. We'll see. Then I have baking cocoa powder, and I think that it's still good. So maybe we'll keep that or put that in a different container. Okay, baking powder. We'll just keep these two together so I remember. I do have mung beans, which I think is perfectly fine to stay in the mason jar. I mean, mason jars are still kind of cute, you know? So it's still going along with the clear and white concept I've had going here. I have cornstarch, vanilla extract, almond extract, some random cupcake liners. I was on a baking kick during quarantine. I mean, like, who hasn't, right? So I have dry yeast, and I do have some more above in the cabinet. Peppermint extract. This is another vanilla extract. I honestly just got it because it was pink, and this was from Home Goods, and apparently I bought it for $6.99. And then I have shimmer confetti and gold sprinkles. In addition to that, I also have this monk fruit sweetener. I like to put this or experiment when I bake, just finding a much more natural and lower sugar content when I bake, so that's like a healthier option. I also have their maple syrup, and that's really, really good. So I guess what I'm going to do is just dry this off now. And like I said, I'm most likely going to I think I want to get rid of the Talenti container and try to stuff that into one of these smaller containers. I was reading on the box that it said that it could hold basically a full box of baking soda. So I don't know. I kind of have my doubts. We'll see. But let's get to drying these, and then we'll figure this whole situation out. Everything is dry, and change of plans. I know I said that I wanted to put this flour into the largest container, but as I was drying that container, I realized this is what the brown sugar is supposed to be in. So this is where the terracotta clay was in, but I'm supposed to put it inside the sugar. So I also remembered that I had bought brown sugar to throw into here. Yes, this is the clay that you're supposed to stuff in there. So I'm just gonna stick it in there, close this up. There you go. So excited to finally use these. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get rolling. There's quite a bit of a mess here. But basically what I ended up doing was I was able to fit the flour into here, which is awesome. And then this is the baking soda. And then right here is the brown sugar. These two containers are gonna have to stay as is till we figure out what's gonna happen with them. I decided to keep the white sugar and the brown rice in these containers and keep the confectioner sugar and the mung beans in these two mason jars. I do have one extra container. I'm not sure what can fit into this one, being that this is still a lot, and I don't have a label maker, so I don't want to get the containers confused if I decide to put cornstarch into this one, because obviously then it would match with the baking soda, and that would probably be a nightmare. So I also tried to see if I could fit the cocoa powder into that tiny one, but honestly this is nearly filled to the top still, and I'm pretty sure it won't fit in this. So let me throw these all into the cabinet and then show you the final look of it, and then I guess we'll just see what we can do with this tiny guy. This I kind of just like kept together through things around and whatnot, so we're leaving that alone. But I basically moved the bran rice down to this shelf, and then this is how the pantry looks right now. So basically flour, confectioner sugar, baking soda, baking powder. Behind that is cornstarch and the cocoa. I have flour here. This is a gluten-free one. Brown sugar, white sugar, and there are items behind these containers, such as the extracts, such as sprinkles, such as the two healthier sugar choices, but this is basically what it's gonna have to look like for now. I still don't know what I want to do with this tiny container, but we'll have to figure something out. But yeah, this is kind of what it ended up looking like. I know it doesn't look the greatest, but it's still a work in progress, so we're gonna have to figure it out. It's a couple of hours later. Disregard the dishes in the background, but I basically have just been lounging around, cleaning the apartment as well. Doing a bunch of laundry in the middle of that currently. But right now I decided to make some energy bites, is what they're called on Pinterest. Or I like to call them peanut butter balls. But basically they're just a healthier snack option to have around at the house. And I've been in such a snacking mood, and it's probably best that I do have a healthier option around the house. The recipe is, I think it yields 15 balls. But basically the ingredients that you'll need is just peanut butter, honey, oatmeal, and chocolate chips. So it's super simple ingredients, and it's just like a quick thing that you can put together. I'm gonna have you guys prop down there, not that you need to see my face or anything. But I have all the ingredients out. I have all the utensils that I'll need. So basically this one calls for 1.5 cups of oats, and I think I do have a little bit left in another jar. Let me go find that. All right, so we're gonna do one. This is a brand new oatmeal here. 1.5. Should be one. I'm gonna do 1/2 cup right here. Sometimes I just like to scoop it because it's easier. 1.5 cups of oats, set that aside. 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And this is the one that's like super creamy. So what I like to do is just mix it up, or rather you should always mix it up if you do have something like this. And all right, so we're gonna do 1/2 cup of peanut butter. I find that the creamy one works best. I don't like the the chunky one. I just feel like it doesn't mix too well. Creamy holds it together. And I mean, I've made this recipe with almond butter too, but I also find that almond butter doesn't hold the balls together too well. I think it's more liquidy. So here goes half a cup of peanut butter. And I love using a spatula for this because you get every bit out. And I think I'm done with the half a cup, so I could toss that into the sink now. All right, and then we're gonna do half a cup, or no, quarter cup of mini chocolate chips, but I just have the regular size ones. Throw that in there. And this, you could, if you really like chocolate chips, you could do more. Sometimes I do like to add a little bit more. So I'm gonna do a heaping cup of chocolate chips, and then we're gonna do honey. And I have not opened this up yet, so this might be, looks like there's no serrated edge. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do quarter cup of honey. And I'm just gonna pour that into there. So you're not even using like cane sugar or anything like that. It's just natural honey as a sweetener, which I think is great. And you gotta get every bit of this honey out. So once again, with the spatula, this is why I love it. It's just easy to get all of that out. Cool. And let me show you. This is how the ingredients look all together. And you basically just mix it all up, form it into balls, and then you're gonna put it onto a baking sheet and then stick it in the fridge for, I think, 20 to 30 minutes. So let's do a time lapse of that. So I just taste tested one of them because, like I said, I haven't had them in years. And I will say, when I was mixing everything together, it wasn't holding too well. And then when I was rolling it into to form the balls, it wasn't holding either. So I'm wondering if next time I need to add a little bit more peanut butter or less oats. But it tastes great. So if you are ever looking for a healthier snack option, definitely consider making these. Anyways, I am actually going to end the vlog off here. I do need to go grocery shopping sometime this week, so maybe that could be the next video. But if you did like today's video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Still feels weird saying that, but you know, we gotta do what you gotta do. So until then, I am going to cheers off with you guys. So thanks for watching. See you next time.